You're listening to Papel Podcast.
I did it!
Hi everyone, welcome to Papel Podcast. Today is an emergency podcast because what literally only happened about half an hour ago on the server is Nell has been reborn. We finally hit the 100. We finally hit the goals we had to hit. You know, the 300,000 games, all that stuff. We just hit that. So, now Nell's been reborn. So basically, when you go on there, and once you've accepted everything, with her gloves, her shoes, all that stuff, and when you accept her dress, when she's fully engulfed in flowers, what happens is a little animation thing happens where the flowers disappear. But if you look, it's hard to tell at first, but you'll know something's off with her, up with her. So basically, we've determined she's gotten older.
Or something like that. We're not quite sure.
We're not 100% sure at this moment in time, but the picture they have given us, she looks so much older, and that kind of stuff. The other servers, no news about that, no news about anything. We think this is I think they didn't want to do the other servers first because they'll spoil it for our server, but they have done a few outfits shown us. So, Michael, would you like to put some things on screen?
Yeah. So basically, the outfit that you're going to see through the whole episode is the outfit that just got announced. They'll have their server maintenance tomorrow in Japan, and apparently it will be a shop item. And this one's actually been predicted quite some time ago, about a year and a half ago, when when Nell finally got her voice onto the voice clubs. Shortly after she came out, they had like a concept picture for this, except it was red. But there is a red version of this, which I'll show now. But basically, it's the same type of wedding dress, gothic set that we've seen before for other characters like Aaron and Lucia. And if it does come to our server, hopefully it'll come into the shop, but it'll probably come into Scratchy or most likely Gacha. So, what do you think of the set?
I think it looks really awesome, but I'm kind of hoping it comes to Scratchy.
Yeah.
If anything, because Scratchy means sellable. Sellable means paying. Sellable means we have chances of getting it in the future.
Yeah.
Like, even if you want a bit of paying, like, even if you get it or win it, whatever, or whatever the case may be with it, we get it, and then you sell it off because you want to buy something else that looks a bit more cooler. You can, but then the option to get it back will always still be there. So I hope that just meant like Scratchy. I don't think Gacha, because Gacha isn't sellable in our servers. The other servers Gacha is. So if something's Gacha, it doesn't really matter. It's there. It just, all Gacha is to them is same rates with everything, just a cool animation thing to go with winning. That's literally all Gacha is to the other servers basically. But here it's, you know, a lot of money put in towards it, all that kind of stuff. So, and all the other wedding sets are Gacha. And let's face it, Nell has not one sellable set in shops.
Yeah. All
she has is stuff like she doesn't even have any of that kind of stuff. She has halos and chaos horns, that stuff, but just her Dolphini headsets aren't even sellable. Like Michael has about 3 of them here because he won from spinning cubes.
And one I created with the fragment of time thing in the cauldron. And then after that, I opened some spinning cubes and I got 2. So now I've got 3 just sitting in my locker and my account. So I can't sell them off. I can't get rid of them. So they're just laying there. They shouldn't even put them in spinning cube in the first place if you can't do anything with them. That's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, but so I hope they do, like, these sets that we have for Nell that's been released. I hope they make it for they are store sellable player to player. Because that'll just make it so much easier. And finally, Nell will have a set that looks really cool, and that we can make paying off of.
And it won't just be Papel shop.
Yeah.
Speaking of Papel Shop, I don't know if we told you this in the other episode, but last week Korea had an update which updated their Papel Shop, and Japan's getting it tomorrow. And the Papel Shop item will be a mystic mask, and
They look really cool
there's three different types
for every character.
and they're the same effects as the Romeo and Juliet mask. They give you the +2 special pang and stuff like that. But the main thing is what they look like, and I'm glad that they give us 3 options in one.
So there's 30 masks to collect.
Exactly.
Those of you who like to get whole Pebble Shop type set things, I know I do. I try and get at least one for every character, and I'm not in the past 2 Pebble Shops. So I'm gonna try. It's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna try and do all 30 of these masks. If there's 30, there might not be 30. It might be different numbers here and there. You know what I mean? Like maybe Bob might not get a certain one, that kind of stuff. Maybe one's just with the girls. We're not sure. But all we know is there's 3 types, and every character at least gets 1.
Yeah.
So we're not sure. We're hoping every character gets all 3, but not sure about that. But if they do, that just means more things for future selling. So
But
it works all ways.
but what's really cool is that they give us like all options to customize with our characters and stuff like that, since there's different masks. But what I'm interested in is, when are you going to be able to win all 3, or are you going to be winning one basic one, like the black one, and then you can transform them in the
Kind of like the
cauldron.
keys.
Yeah, the keys, or even the cyber gear, how they had the green and the pink one.
See that if they do that, that'll open the door for one type being more rare than the other type.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be one that is not a bigger fan of people's. So there's always one that looks super epic, and one looks a bit questionable, one just looks bleh. So that opens the door, kind of like with the wind-up keys. Everyone wants because the gold and silver ones, they sell really cheap, but everyone wants the pink ones, because the pink ones was the original one you got. Then you could switch it to gold and silver.
Yeah.
So and everyone did that, and everyone changed their keys, so they could think, oh, that will sell better. But no, in actual fact, the one that you changed from is selling for like 10 mil with some characters. So it just goes to show that even if you do get a whole bunch of them, and if they are like changeable and the colors and stuff like that, maybe hold off on changing them. Or like you can change them whenever you want to, but just maybe wait and see about if everyone's changing, say that the black one to the certain one, and the black one is you can't buy the black one at any stores. You look in that kind of stuff. Maybe hold one that you're seeing everywhere. They might not look cool at first, but there's going to be someone who eventually who's going to end up liking them, and it's going to sell for a lot of pang.
Yeah.
I think if there's only say there's 100,000 masks out there, and half of them it goes to one sort of one that everyone loves. That's not going to sell very much. The other one, a quarter of that's going to go, I think, or 3/4 of it, and then so on and so on, and then to get that last little percent of the black mask per se, and then think with that. That's not many of them on the server. You can charge what you want because they're such a rare item.
So yeah, so we're really still waiting for what's going to happen in tomorrow's maintenance, and we will have the next podcast showing all the updates. But what we can already pretty much know is the welcome to Panya event, where if you tell your friends about Panya and you make an account, you'll get the voice clubs, maybe. But some people in the comments have actually said, no, it doesn't look like the voice clubs, it looks like the feather clubs. But I'll give you a 1-to-1 comparison right now, and you can definitely see that it is the voice clubs because of the pink and kind of light blue feathers that are coming off it. And yeah, I'm comparing it to the feather clubs as well right now. So yeah, but again, it still says this could be yours, so I don't know if
Maybe not everyone gets it. Maybe people who get to a certain level.
yeah,
We don't know. But it's still honestly the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
yeah.
It
And
should be the person who recommends you the companion game gets it.
yeah, like
But
they
yeah,
should
sure
get
that opens up.
something.
Like, sure that opens up to people in the future going
Buying points
like
for the
that,
company.
just making an account recommending into their name and then getting it for free.
Yeah,
But I think what they should do to combat that is make it for like when they hit a level, something like that. Because if someone's gonna put all time and effort to re-level up another account, they're gonna really want it. So they might do that. But if they give it to someone who just starts out a voice club, they're not gonna appreciate it exactly the same as someone who tried hard to get them.
oh, definitely not.
So it's just stupid how they treat new people so well, but the people who've been on the server for a while and get up to high levels and stuff like that don't get that much. They're sure that's the new thing. I know we talked about this last podcast, but even still, the chances of it being a really epic rare item for the older people is not very high. If anything, it's going to be something like Papel Shop coupons or...
But I'm
something like-
still interested in what maybe, I know this is possibly impossible, but just maybe they'll let us choose one gacha or give us like 25 gacha coins or something like that.
Yeah, if they do, I'll be a bit upset since I'm not eligible because of my new account.
But I've been playing Panga, so I deserve it.
So do I.
Well,
Gacha hates me, so even if they give me 25, I'll still lose.
oh, what if they give us the caddies?
Oh, they won't. That'll be epic.
If they did, would you cry?
Yes.
Okay, cool. But yeah, the Stay Fresh Play Panga thing is basically the same as what they did last year, except even worse. Because last year, if you recommended a friend to join the Panga between a certain time, you would get something, or you would get, I think it was like 15 or 25 boxes that could contain gachas. But the rates were really bad anyway, like only about 3 people out of the whole server won. And but the people who joined, they didn't have to go to any level or anything, but they would get the choice of those 2 gacha mascots. Like,
That is honestly one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Because
that's why they put the mascots in the section of the Breeze Cauldron, because they're saying, hey, new players, you got this, right? So here, you can change your mascot. And, well, putting everyone else to shame who tried and didn't get it. Thanks, Natrief.
just they sure they need to get new people in the game and so that to get more people paying and buying points and that kind of stuff. But also got to think about the customers they already have. If you treat them with a lot of respect and that kind of stuff, they will continue to buy points and continue on the game. Like, we had this one person on YouTube. What he's done is he was only going to be playing Panya until the Wii U comes out, but he's loved it so much that he's already spent $500 on it, and he's only been playing for about 2 weeks. So it's a very addictive game, and when you start playing it, you want to buy points and stuff like that. So if they get one person in who actually likes the game and plays it, that's good enough to give the voice clubs to whoever they want, because that means they're going to push you buying points and stuff like that. But if they give stuff like this to the veterans of the game, they will continue to buy points and not do what some people did during the Lucia LOL boxes and stop playing Panya altogether. Because I know quite a lot of people on the servers who have almost come to that decision because of all the stuff the new players are getting.
Sorry to interrupt, but I've just been checking on the forums and people have been already discussing the Nell expression change, and one person said their theory is Nell finally has feelings after her rebirth, and the Demon King is already controlling her. Or they just want to change Nell's eyes to make her look more like Sea Dark's creation. Sea Dark was the person who sadly died a couple of years ago, but he basically made all of the art and concept art and the general design of Panya, and he wanted Nell to look like what she does with the eyes, like kind of a bit darker, but he sadly died, so they passed it on to someone else. So yeah. So what do you think it actually means?
I don't know. I think it would mean a lot of things. Nell might finally have feelings. She might have emotions. It's hard to say what's going to happen, but it's all we know right now is Nell Reborn didn't do what people were saying on the forums. It did something what we thought it would. Like, she gets some sort of new look or something like that. But it's kind of weird in a way because, like, if all she gets is an expression change, that's very not a lot.
Yeah, they shouldn't have hyped it up and saying Nell will be reborn. More like Nell will change her expression after flowers engulf her body. That's not very nice.
So, we don't know. Hopefully there'll be something new to wear, like new animation or something like that. We don't know. But we're just, like, other people out there hoping Nell's going to have a much deeper story than a little girl trying to save the world from the evil Demon King by collecting fragments of time.
Which he wastes on clothes.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's all from me today.
Yeah, that's all for me too. So thank you for watching episode 9. Yeah, 9. If you haven't already, check out our other episodes and make sure to check out episode 10. It'll probably be up by the time you watch this, but if you watch it right now, it'll be tomorrow. After our server maintenance has finished, and we'll notice what's going to happen and what we're going to get and what the new players are going to get. So we'll see.
One more thing before we go. I just have to say we made a little mistake with posting the episode 7 on the forums. We put it down at episode 9.
And I don't know how to change it, so
it's not letting us change it. So, don't ignore that older episode 9 post. This is episode 9, and that was episode 7.
Yeah, we'll just delete.
I made a comment underneath the video saying it was episode 7, but just for those who've been a bit confused when we put up episode 8, it's episode 9 is the one we're up to.
Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.